Okay, there are no side ops, so I'm going to do the next available mission, which is the last story mission of this entire game, which is Truth, the man who sold the world. There is no mission briefing tape to listen to. After this is it. And this is also a redo of Flashback, Prologue Awakening. The only difference is a little bit of the beginning and the ending. So I'm actually going to be skipping through the cutscenes after the beginning, the entire middle, and then let it play at the end. This is it.
Don't you die on me, damn it! He's dropping! Intubate, now! Cardiac arrest, he's in BFib! Clear! No response, hit him again! Clear! How's he doing?
Well, he stabilized, but it took too long. He's in a coma.
What about him?
Yeah, took some shrapnel to the head.
Tak chcemy.
V has come too.
V has come true.
Κάποιος ήδη γνωρίζει ότι έχεις πνίσει.
This is where it's different.
Πρέπει να ενεργήσουμε άμεσα. Προετοιμάστε τον επιχείρηση. It's true. There are those who wish he would never woken up. You should be dead, but you're not. The wheels are in motion. Your enemies are everywhere. We must alter your appearance immediately. Otherwise, I fear you won't leave this place alive. It's a wide open world, so there's something we need to take care of first. This is you, as you've lived until this day. I'm going to change your appearance. We have no other choice. Very good. Now, let's remove these bandages. Your face has healed nicely. To tell you the truth, these bandages were more for your protection, to hide you from those who want you dead. As of today, your name is Ahel. Forget everything. Your name, your past. Everything feels all right.
Okay, have time to go.
What happened to the woman?
The woman? We gave her a light. She took the short way here.
Who are you?
Am I? Talking to yourself. Been watching over you for 9 years. You can call me Ismael.
What the hell is going on?
No, the good news is you're in the land of the living. Bad news? The world wants you dead. On your feet, soldier. The whole place is coming down. Need a little pick-me-up? Here. Nothing like a little digoxin to get you back in the game. Come on!
Alright, I'm starting to get into the territory of where the real ending of this game is. It's like right after this. Well, damn.
Get in!
Infinity Bandit, Cyborg Ninja. 59 hours and 18 minutes.
This way, boss. Hurry. Use that bike. It's tuned up and ready to go. I'll handle the rest. Here. That's your name as of today. Best to change your face, too. Now this one, he'll take your place. From here on, he's Snake. He believes it, too.
My very own Phantom, huh?
Boss, the whole world wants your head. Don't worry, he can handle it. Move now, quickly.
Aren't you forgetting something? We'll meet again.
Right.
Code Talker helps create the U.S. military Code Talker cipher book. Virtuous mission Operation Snake Eater. Death of the boss. The Comatose Vulcan is transported to a research facility on the outskirts of Moscow. Code Talker begins his research of the End's remains. The Congo crisis is brought to a close. China conducts its first hydrogen bomb test. Eva disappears. Last seen in Hanoi. The U.S. Department of Defense successfully sends its first message using ARPANET. The Treaty of the Non-Proliferation of Nuclear Weapons enters into force. Major Zero disbands Fox. The Democratic Republic of the Congo changes its name to Zaire. The L'Enfant Terrible project begins. Clones of Big Balls are born. Big Balls parts ways with Zero. It's too much scrolling. I can't read all of this shit that fast. Zero suffers brain damage due to Skullface's parasite attack. Really? Eli escapes his handlers in Africa and disappears. Emmerich's first child is born with strange love. He is named Hal. 84 Snake awakens. Skullface dies. That was really the climax of this game. It's not this ending. It's the end of chapter 1. That was really the climax of the game. And probably should have ended there with one more game to go to wrap up this series.
what you were meant to do. I cheated death thanks to you. And thanks to you, I've left my mark. You have too. You've written your own history. You're your own man. I'm Big Boss. And you are too. No. He's the two of us together. Where we are today, we built it. This story, this legend, it's ours. We can change the world and with it the future. I am you and you are me. Carry that with you wherever you go. Thank you, my friend. From here on out, you're a big boss.
There you have it. Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain. This game is amazing. This game is fantastic for a game that's only about 90% complete. The gameplay in this game is superb. This is easily the greatest stealth action game ever made. And the Metal Gear Solid formula was pretty much perfected with this one. Right, like there's been improvements in each one up until now, and here they just took it to a whole nother fucking level. The gameplay in this is what makes this game definitely one of my favorite games of all time. Top 10. I put it in my top 10. The story and the pacing have tremendous issues. Tremendous issues. And a lot of people feel that way, and that's why this game, people's opinion about this game is conflicted, because on the one hand the gameplay is so good, and on the other hand the story and its pacing it's terrible. There's really no other way to describe it. Its presentation isn't good. It muddies the continuity even further, more than I think any other game has in the series, even 4. There are things in this game that don't make sense story-wise. There's characters in here that shouldn't exist, that shouldn't be here. Plot holes all over the place. The pacing, keeping up with what's going on in the story itself. You know, you don't even fight Skullface. It's such an anticlimactic ending to what's supposed to be the end of this entire saga, this is the game that's supposed to be the missing link and make this whole thing come full circle. Yeah, with the, you know, a lot of big reveals in the a lot of big reveals in the story take place via cassette tape, listening to cassette tapes and stuff like that. Big story revelations happen on cassette tapes where you just listen to it and you don't see it. You know, so they drastically cut down the amount of cutscenes, and then the cutscenes that are in here, while they're good, they're too far apart to tell any type of real cohesive story. And the cassette tape thing was wildly overdone. There's way too many cassette tapes to listen to actually, like, there's cassette tapes that just have shit that you just listen to, and then they have cassette tapes where there's like real story revelations going on in those cassette tapes, and that they shouldn't have did it like that. They absolutely shouldn't have did it like that. And the twist at the end of this game, you know, you can see that shit coming from a mile away. You can see it coming from a mile away. Just from the beginning, when you have to create your own avatar, you already know something's up. You know, and it's obvious that Ishmael is being voiced by Kiefer Sutherland, who's voicing Big Boss in this game. So you got two guys with Kiefer Sutherland's voice. So it wasn't a really, well, you know, it wasn't a well-kept secret. Something was going on there. So when the twist comes, and the twist itself comes for absolutely no reason, right? Like that episode 46 just pops up, and then you just play it, and it's a retelling of the prologue, that whole chapter, with the exception of the end chase sequence where you're shooting at the man on fire when he's on the horse. But yeah, so all of that shit is extremely disappointing. There's missing content, there are assets missing, cutscenes are not completed. There's an entire episode 51, that is cut out, which is supposed to be resolution with Eli. Eli stole Sahelanthropus. He left with the kids in that helicopter. They never resolved that. It's never mentioned again. And that was actually like cut from the game. Like there's cutscenes that you can watch on YouTube of that mission and see the concept art, see the incomplete cutscenes. They were absolutely working on it, and I guess that was supposed to be the real ending of the game, and that wasn't completed. So that's and it's crazy because despite all that, what is done is so polished, and like I said, the gameplay is so fucking good that this game is still one of my favorite games of all time, and it's not even fucking finished. And it never will be, and that's the crazy part. That's crazy to me. But yeah, this game is definitely in my top 10. It's a long ass game, which is great, but pacing issues are crazy. The Olympic Games are held in Los Angeles. The games are boycotted by Eastern Bloc countries as retaliation for the Western boycott of the Moscow Olympics. Eli establishes his Kingdom of the Flies in Africa. Gorbachev takes office in the Soviet Union. East-West relations enter a second detente, and the post-Cold War period begins. Soviet Union makes a complete withdrawal from Afghanistan. Afghanistan plunges into civil war. Fall of the Berlin Wall. East and West Germany reunify. The Gulf War begins. Liquid and Solid are sent to the battlefield. The Soviet Union dissolves. South Africa acknowledges possession of nuclear weapons and simultaneously pledges to abolish its arsenal. Too much shit. Who kills Big Boss is Phantom. So this version of Big Boss that I've been playing as this whole time in this game is now going to go on to be the Big Boss from the original Metal Gear, which takes place in 1995, and Snake kills him. Solid Snake. It was just crazy. Guns of the Patriots incident. The Patriots AI system is destroyed. Deaths of Ocelot and Eva Big Boss kills 0. Big Boss dies.
What was it all for? If the boss has some plan, what is it?
He didn't know.
Big Boss is working separately from us to create his new nation.
New nation?
Miller didn't know.
Military nation above and apart from all. The true outer heaven. Something created to maintain world balance. Independent of the struggles for supremacy, for personal profit, the cycles of revenge between countries. It'll be an army, all right, but more. Big Boss is building a nation. But until it's complete, we support the other Big Boss. The Phantom carries on his legend. It is me. That is Big Boss's plan.
So that's the way it is. 9 years ago, I thought everything had been taken from me. And now I really have lost it all. The boss, and the future we were building together.
One day, the age of Big Boss's sons will arrive. They'll likely want to settle the score with him. We have to shape that age. We'll each have roles to play. Building a foundation for a revolution led by both Big Bosses, the True One and the Phantom.
No. Big Boss could go to hell. I'll make the Phantom and his son stronger to send him there. For that, I'll keep playing my role.
You know, sooner or later, there will be only one boss. There's only room for one boss. His sons are fated to face each other someday, too. If the day ever comes that you go back to Cypher, I'll aid the other side. And then you and I will be enemies, too. One of us will have to kill the other.
Fine by me. I'll be ready for the new age. Until then, we'd better get used to coexisting.
Fucked up. Miller didn't know. Miller's not in the original Metal Gear, but he is in Metal Gear 2, Solid Snake. And he helps Snake. He's part of his support team. Which makes sense, considering what we just watched. How he was with Snake to take on Big Boss. He wasn't involved with the Phantom Big Boss's shit from the original Metal Gear. When the real Big Boss was there, he was like, I'm gonna help Snake kill this guy. And then he dies unceremoniously. Sometime shortly before the events of Metal Gear Solid 1. That's it. That is the end of this long-ass game. And it's on to the next one.